Dear friends, myself S.B. Vakshe presenting lecture number 5 on extraction of iron. Before our earlier lectures, we discussed some definitions, then flowchart, and that physical methods, then chemical methods, and this is the next point, that is extraction of iron. Okay, here as we know that Indian resources of iron are richest in the world. Okay, uh, about 1/4 of the total iron deposits of the world are found in India. That is, huge deposits of hematite ores are found in Bihar, Orissa, Bengal, Mysore, MP, Tamil Nadu, Madras, Himachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Union Territory of Goa. Okay, and principal centers of iron and steel in India are Durgapur, Hirapur, Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bhilai, Bhadravati, Bakro, etc. Okay, all these are the richest sources or huge sources of iron. We earlier discussed important ores of iron: hematite, limonite, sphalerite, that is spirite, etc., magnetite, etc. But among all these important ores of iron, we use the hematite because it is a resource. Now we discussed and which state we occurs, which state is occur, we studied now. So next step, that is reduction. Reduction is also called as smelting. Reduction is also called as smelting. The calcined or roasted ore is then reduced to metallic state by three processes, namely smelting, aluminothermic process, electrolytic reduction. Okay, and smelting method is used for extraction of iron. Here, in the manufacturing of iron, the calcinated ore is reduced or smelted in a blast furnace by using carbon as a reducing agent and flux limestone for removing gangue particles or matrix particle. Here we use blast furnace. Okay, blast furnace, this is the diagram of a blast furnace. Okay, and we have to study construction, working, and reactions of a blast furnaces. Okay, this is the diagram, this is the diagram of a blast furnace. Okay, this is the diagram of a blast furnace. Here a blast furnace, which is mainly divided into mainly three parts: throat, body, and earth. Throat, body, and earth, which depends upon a temperature. Okay, the temperature, there are mainly three zone also occurs: 300 to 800 degrees Celsius, which is the reduction zone. Then next one is the 800 to 1200, which is the absorption zone, and last zone, that is 1200 degrees Celsius to 1500 degree Celsius. Okay, that is cast iron we obtain here. Okay, first we see construction of a blast furnace. Construction of a blast furnace. This is the diagram of a blast furnace we are looking here. It is a tall cylindrical furnace about 20 to 30 meters height. Okay, 20 to 30 meters height and 4 to 8 meters wide at the broadest part. Broadest part, that is we see, this is the broadest part. Okay, here it is made up of fire clay refractory bricks. Here is the refractory bricks, all these portion which is made up from refractory bricks. Okay, then it has also which is made up from outer part, which is made up from the steel plates. Okay, outer shells made up of steel plates. here is written steel plates. Okay, and the next one is the upper part of the blast furnace is known as throat. Here is the throat. This is the upper part. This is the body. Here is the body. Okay, this is the throat, and here is the earth. Okay, mainly divided into three parts: throat, then body, and bush or earth. Okay, here there are mainly three parts. The furnace increases in diameter from the throat downwards until it has attained maximum diameter at a bush. Okay, blast pipes, or it is also called as a tires. From that hot air we can pass from both sides. Okay, near about 800 degree Celsius. Okay, here is the cup cone feeder arrangement. From that what we say, or is entered in the blast furnace. Okay, and here is this lower part, it is called as earth, and from earth iron outlet is there is a iron outlet, and iron comes in molten form, or molten form of iron is obtained, and which is go into the next step. Okay, this is about the construction of blast furnace. Here we are looking now constructions once again. A charge containing calcinated or hard coke as a reducing here we are looking. Blast furnace is the tall cylindrical structure having 20 to 30 meters height and 4 to 8 meters wide. Hot air is supplied to the furnace by circular pipe called as a blast pipe. The mixture of ore and other materials is fed into the blast furnace through the top of throat by using cup cone feeder arrangement. Already we discussed along with diagram. Then composition of hematite ore is taken. Here is written limestone, but mostly hematite ore is taken. A charge containing ore, hard coke means carbon, which act as a reducing agent, and limestone, which is the flux, in the proportion of 8:4:1, means ore 8 part, carbon 4, and limestone 1 part. Okay, 8:4:1 composition is fed into the blast furnace through the cup cone feeder arrangement. Coke is act as a reducing agent as a fuel. Some part of coke burns to produce high temperature due to oxidation of coke in the carbon dioxide. Okay, into the carbon dioxide. Carbon reacts with the oxygen, and here carbon reacts with oxygen, then formation of a CO2. Also CO2 which again react with carbon, then formation of a carbon monoxide. Okay, coke and CO both act as a reducing agent at high temperature for converting oxide to metal. Here we are using a hematite, that is Fe2O3 plus 3 carbon, giving you 2 FeC, giving you 2 Fe plus 3 CO, that is carbon monoxide. PbO which reacts with carbon, then formation of Pb plus CO. All these gases, that is carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, or any other flue gases which escapes from upper outlet, that is flue gases. Okay, here if the flux is the substance, already we discussed, added during smelting, which reacts with a gangue to form the flux. It depend upon nature of a gangue. The if gangue is acidic in nature, then CaO flux is used, which is the basic in nature, while the gangue is basic in nature, then acidic flux is used, that is iron oxide. Here is a written SiO2 which is the acidic, then flux which is the CaO and giving you CaSiO3. Fu which is the basic ferrous FeO, and SiO which is the acidic in nature, and there is a formation of FeSiO3. Okay, FeSiO3. FeSiO3, CaSiO3 and FeSiO3. Okay, not seen clearly. Slag is obtained by combination of gangue and flux. Okay, SiO, CaO reacts, then CaSiO3 formation takes place. There are mainly three zones. The temperature in between 300 to 800 degrees Celsius, that is dull red heat. Then first Fe2O3, which reacts with CO. Fe2O3 here, temperature in between 300 to 800 डिग्री सेल्सिअसला ह्या रिॲक्शन्स होतात आणि जो झोन असतो त्याला रिडक्शन झोन म्हटलं जातं. फर्स्ट 2Fe2O3 विच रिॲक्ट्स विथ CO टू फॉर्म 2Fe3O4 plus 3CO2 giving you 3 temperature is mentioned now. CO2 gas is liberated. Then this Fe3O4 reacts with again carbon monoxide and there is formation of FeO, and there is formation of a liberation of a carbon dioxide gas. Here FeO again react with CO, then formation of Fe, which is the metallic state, and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. The main reaction is Fe2O3 which is converted into Fe3O4, Fe3O4 which is converted into FeO, and FeO which is converted into Fe. Okay, in this way. Then Fe2O3 plus CO 3CO giving it to Fe plus CO2, and then carbon here carbon 2Fe plus 3CO reacts with Fe2O3 giving you 3C. Here 3Fe giving you 4CO giving you Fe3O4. All these are the reactions of a zone of reductions. Okay, zone of reductions. And having temperature, these reactions occurs or happens in the temperature 300 degree Celsius to 800 degree Celsius. Second zone, that is heat absorption zone, and temperature of heat absorption is 800 to 1200 degree Celsius. 800 to 1200 degree Celsius. Okay, and all these heat we pass from all these heat we pass from these tires, and temperature is increases by using a coke. Okay, so we are looking here zone of absorption reactions, and temperature 800 to 1200 degree Celsius, right? Here carbon dioxide gas is reacts with carbon, then formation of a carbon monoxide, then again Fe2O3 which reacts with carbon monoxide, then formation of 3FeO. Okay, then formation of a 3FeO. FeO plus CO2 giving you Fe plus CO2. Okay, Fe plus CO2. Then we are looking here zone of absorption, and Fe2O3 which reacts with 3C giving you 2Fe. CO which reacts with CaSiO3 and formation of a slag. Okay, at temperature 1200 degrees Celsius, all these are the impurities. Which are removed. Okay, that is silica, sulfur, phosphorus, manganese, all these impurities, volatile impurities, which are removed at temperature 1200 degrees Celsius. SO2 reacts with carbon, then formation of sulfur plus carbon monoxide gas is liberated. SiO2 plus carbon which reacts with Si giving you Si means silicon, giving you carbon monoxide gas. Then phosphorus pentoxide which reacts with carbon, then formation of phosphorus and carbon monoxide gas is also liberated. Same way manganese oxide which reacts with carbon, and there is a formation of a amine, which is the impurity, and carbon monoxide gas is liberated. Here 3Fe plus phosphorus giving you Fe3P, that is iron polyphosphide. Okay, phosphide. Okay, iron phosphide. Okay, this is about the reactions. Next one is the zone of fusion. Okay, the pure carbon having pure Fe having temperature, melting point of pure iron is 1530 degrees Celsius. Okay, and this zone this happens in case of a zone of fusion. The melting point of this impure iron is lower, that is 1250 degrees Celsius to 1300 degree Celsius than that of a pure iron. Okay, the temperature of the blast furnace is not sufficient to melt pure iron, but it is sufficient to melt this impure iron. Therefore, impure iron melts in the zone of fusion and the molten iron trickles down and is collected into the well of the furnace below the tuyeres. Okay, and next this melted molten form of iron, which then comes of next step, that is a refining step. All these are the reactions, construction and workings of blast furnace. Okay, thank you students.